This is basic maintenance on a propane burnisher as approved by FCPS. First things we want to look at, we want to have the tank removed from the machine before we do any maintenance to it. We want to make sure that the engine is cool, so this is going to be done prior to any use of the machine. Also, be sure to wear gloves. You could come in contact with any hazardous material, so be sure you have gloves. Looking at the filters, you want to inspect this filter prior to every use. This is your cooling filter. When this gets dirty, this can be rinsed in soapy water. Use a mild degreaser, never use bleach on something like this. Also, you have your pre-intake filter. This needs to be removed slowly or it can tear. This filter can also be rinsed in soapy water. You don't want to put any air pressure or use any kind of pressured air inside this. Paper filter can damage the filter. This should be done by the service tech only. We'll replace this filter. When you replace the filters, both this one and this one, make sure they're dry before you put them back on the machine. The next step we're going to check is the oil levels. We want to go to our oil check, unscrew this, use a clean rag. Once we unscrew this, we're going to wipe this off, our indicator bar. When we set this back down, we're not going to screw it back in. We're just going to lay it on the top. This will give you an accurate indication of the oil level. We'll pull that back out, check our oil level, clean the stick, put it back in. Be sure that when you are done checking that you do screw the cap back in. Our oil alert buzzer on the machine, is very important that we do not disconnect the oil alert buzzer. The oil alert buzzer will be a high-pitched sound that you will hear over the sound of the engine. This indicates that your oil level is low. At this point, we want to turn the machine off and we want to check the oil, and we will at that point need to add the proper amount of oil to the machine. The proper oil to use is an SAE 30 with a service classification of SG or higher. On the back, you'll see where it's marked API service. In this case, it's SN.